What's up, guys? Brandon with Strict Vision Athletics. Okay, so we got our newest collaboration here. This is the Kabuki Strength Trap Bar 2.0. Some important key differences between this and version 1 that I want to talk about. The design is gorgeous. Wouldn't expect anything less from Kabuki. It really is just one of the best equipment companies, specifically when it comes to specialty barbells. Specialty barbells have a very unique place in strength and conditioning. A lot of times in the case like this, if I want to do a deadlift and I only have the option to do a straight bar deadlift, well, if I'm a client and I have a low back issue, I may have a problem with that weight pulling me forward. You know, my back may have an issue with proper postural alignment, and if I have an anterior load that is constantly pulling me, I may not be in a position where I can do straight bar. Enter the trap bar. It's a perfect example of a specialty barbell that can meet the needs and accommodate a client. So, a couple key differences between this and version 1. Just like version 1, as you can see, I can load and unload by pulling it up onto its feet. Now the weight can slide much easier than version 1. That's the first thing I noticed. Instead of having a powder-coated sleeve, if I had my way, no barbell would ever have a powder-coated sleeve ever again. Version 1 had a powder-coated sleeve. The weight would kind of stick. It wouldn't go. With this one, like butter. Goes on, goes off, super easy. You never want to have extra difficulty when it comes to this stuff, especially loading and unloading. It's a pain in the ass, and this makes it a lot easier. Second noticeable difference between this and version 1. The width of these feet is about, I'd say, 3 to 4 inches wider than version 1. Why does that matter? Here's why. If I take this plate off, this bar still stays level. It's not tipping. Version 1, this would load on one side. So the feet on version 1 were a little bit narrower. And what they obviously realized in the design process of version 1 from version 2 is that we can't have that. We can't have it to where if I take both plates, put it on one side, and then it tips over, well, all of a sudden now this is not as convenient a loading mechanism as we once thought. Now with the feet wider, a little bit thicker, that doesn't happen. Second thing I noticed as well when it came to the new design, they compacted it. I think version 1, while it had narrower feet, probably stuck out another 3 inches on each side. So that extra size may not seem like a big deal, but if you are loading and unloading this out of a storage rack like I am, that big space, that big footprint can hit things, it can clang into stuff. This is just much more manageable. It's much closer to a normal hex bar. A hex bar in the gym is not a massive barbell length barbell. It's just not. Version 1 was closer to that. Version 2, they realized, hey, we don't need all that. We just need the weights to be wide enough to make it outside of a traditional deadlift platform. And they did. It's perfect. It fits literally perfect. Well done, Kabuki. You guys really outdid yourself with this one.